All right, thanks everybody for joining today. My name is Chris Mitchell here with InfloCX. Today's I'll be talking about the Mitel RingCentral partnership today. If you haven't had a chance, hit our website. Take a look at some of the upcoming webinars where I think we just got added on there for next month. We have on April 14th, we have a Genesis admin training on call recording and interactions. On 4/21, we have a Genesis migrating to the cloud. And then on 4/28, I'll be leading one on using Microsoft Teams as your PBX. So if you haven't had a chance, hit those and get registered for upcoming webinars. Let's hop over here. Let's talk through the quick agenda here. So I'll do a quick thing on who is InfloCX if you're new to our webinar series. Then I'll jump right in talking about Mitel RingCentral. I'll save a little bit of time at the end for question and answer. And then if I don't have any, if I get, there's a few questions I can't get to, I'll have a contact us page at the very end so we can schedule a time to hop on a call with one of my, myself, one of the other sales engineers, and one of our account managers or salespeople. So let's hop right in. Who is InfloCX? So we're a innovative, provider of advisory, deployment, managed services, contact center, customer experience, everything pretty much that focuses around you finding communications and your contact center, customer experience is what we focus on. So we help customers, with CX, UC, UCaaS, workforce management, workforce optimization, AI automation, and analytics, all that kind of stuff that kind of focuses around your customer engagement, strategy, and technology. We also have a vendor neutral, approach, that we do for consulting around the CX technology, evaluation, labor strategies, all that stuff, which is a new kind of expansion for us. A lot of our customers that have been with us for a long time, know that we came from the UC space, we moved into the contact center space, and now our real focus is helping customers around the customer experience. So, now we have over 75 employees, 1,000 customers, 500 contact center, implementations, 300 consulting engagements, and over 1,000, UC projects. So, some of the accolades that we have is 5.9 Sales Partner of the Year, Genesis Implementation Partner of the Year, NICE CX1, Micro SI Partner in Platinum, CIP. So we're Zoom certified and RingCentral preferred partner. So a lot of the major players in the industry, you'll see on that list there. Just some of our customers that that we do business with, they span all different industries and sizes and everything like that. I'm sure that there's a couple of names on here that you'll recognize. The technology partners that we do business with, we go out and look at all the industry leading partners in all kinds of different segments of the market, everything like that. So in the contact center space, the major players: Genesis, 5.9, NICE CX1, UJet, Twilio, TalkDesk, Avaya. In our ecosystem, these are the different players that kind of work with the contact center products out there, from workforce management to quality analytics to AI, and stuff like that. From a UC perspective, on the very bottom, RingCentral, Zoom, Fuse, 8x8, Nextiva, Teams, we do integration with Teams, Dialpad. So if it's a major player out there in the contact center or UC space, or it integrates to one of those products, we went out there and looked at them, evaluated them, and picked which players that we want to work with. All right. So the reason you're on the call today, talk about the Mitel RingCentral relationship. So what do we know about it so far? So on November 9th of last year, it was announced a partnership between the two of them. As part of the partnership, RingCentral paid Mitel $650 million for buying intellectual property rights and patents, that tie to UC in contact center, around networking, all that kind of stuff to help, RingCentral move into that space and build some of their technology base. Mitel's obviously been in the game a lot longer, you know, in the call center and phone system game. So Mitel had a lot of patents and everything like that you know could benefit RingCentral as they continue to grow, you know, their business. So kind of as a show of faith in Mitel's, you know, did an investment back into RingCentral of $200 million from Mitel's private equity owners to kind of, you know, so complete the partnership and really, you know, help RingCentral grow as well. So RingCentral becomes the official Mitel cloud solution. So My Voice Connect Cloud, which a lot of My Cloud Connect, that was Mitel's, you know, cloud solution. You know, that goes away, and RingCentral becomes the, you know, the official, you know, cloud solution of Mitel. So RingCentral has a similar agreement with Avaya, where they have a Avaya cloud office powered by RingCentral. So there's gonna, you know, there's a version of RingCentral coming out that can be branded as Mitel, same way. So there'll be a Mitel cloud powered by RingCentral. The cool thing about it really is that it's all of the features of RingCentral, you know, really just with the different skin and a brand, you know, on top of it, you know, that's going to be able to allow RingCentral to do all the you know, product knowledge and everything like that, and then you know, then Mitel can help, you know, do marketing and everything like that around it, you know, to bring more customers, you know, to the RingCentral solution. I'm just looking through my notes here. I got a couple of questions coming in. So one question is, does this have any impact on the Mitel on-prem solutions? So one of the reasons Mitel was doing this is they were having a hard time splitting their development resources between their prem and their cloud solutions. So by doing this allows Mitel, you know, to focus on their on-prem solutions, and, you know, and really, you know, and work on the development on that piece, and really invest more heavily into their, you know, into their contact center solution that, you know, that they have available. So, you know, and that's really what Mitel said is, you know, we did this because we realized, you know, we weren't spending enough money on development on both the prem and the cloud. So this allows them to focus on their prem solutions, you know, and then, you know, and funnel customers, you know, to RingCentral who want to move to the cloud, you know, and they say they realize that there's going to be customers who don't want to move to the cloud anytime soon. So they'll focus on the prem customers, you know, and let RingCentral focus on the development, everything around for the cloud customers. So, you know, the biggest question customers ask is, great, okay, you know, what is this, you know, what's the benefit of me moving to a Mitel, you know, RingCentral solution rather than just, you know, looking at me and going and signing with RingCentral directly? So the roadmap, you know, for this here, so Q1 of 2022, which they're working on right now, it's a bring your own device solution. So the goal of it is to make Mitel phones work with the RingCentral solution. So you can see in Q1 here, they have a manual bring your own device. So they're working on 6900 and 6800 in the Mitel 600 DECT phone to make those work with the RingCentral solution. So right now, the 6920, 6930, 6940 our support, you know, they've made those work with the RingCentral solution, you know, branded as Mitel. So it's kind of phase one is to start making some of the newer Mitel phones. We don't have very many customers that have those newer 69, 20, 30, or 40 phones yet. But those are the easiest phones for them to make work with the RingCentral solution because those were true SIP phones. So in Q2, they're going to move from a manual bring your own device, which means manually configuring those phones. So if you wanted to make a 69, 20, 30, or 40 work right now with the RingCentral solution, you would have to log into each one of those phones, like websites, by IP address, and configure the manual provisions, you know, saying, oh, we're going to connect to RingCentral. Here's your IP address to connect to, or DNS, you know, DNS name. Here is your username and your password to authenticate, you know, to RingCentral for that. So that's the big things right there. Is it's a manual configuration process right now. what they're working on in Q2 is they're going to be moving to a standard provisioning, meaning that you'll take the MAC address of each of those 29, 30s, and 40s. And then you can see towards the bottom the 6905, 6910, and 6970, which is Mitel's new conference phone. Those 6 phones in Q2, the goal is to be able to take the MAC address for each of them, log into the Mitel RingCentral portal, put the MAC addresses into the system, and assign them to a user. So I would log in and say, oh, here's the MAC address for my 6940. Assign it to Chris Mitchell. Boom, I put it, I put that information into the portal, and then when that phone boots up automatically, it'll connect, and be assigned to me, inside the system. I believe under the standard provisioning, I will have to still put a DHCP option inside the system, so that the phones know, instead of to reach out to a Mitel Prem system, that they reach out to to the RingCentral Mitel Cloud Gateway in that case. So, but a lot easier to set a DHCP scope option than to manually log into every single phone, and set the manual credentials and everything like that. So the second half of this year, what they're going to be focusing on is some additional phones, some of the 6800 series Mitel phones. So if you use the 6800 series Mitel phones, you probably weren't a ShoreTel Mitel customer. You were, what they call like a legacy Mitel customer. And then some of the other, capabilities they're going to be pushing out, to the 6900 series phones. And then you can see towards the bottom of that list, this is more impactful for a lot of our customers, is getting the IP480, 480G, 485, working with the RingCentral Mitel platform. So that's the big key for a lot of our customers is, if you're going to be staying with the Mitel RingCentral solution, moving to the cloud, if you can use your 400 series phones with the cloud solution, then you're able to kind of use your investment in the hardware and not have to buy all of your new phones. Maybe you still buy some new conference phones or something like that, but if you can reuse all your 480s, 485s with the cloud solution, that could save a significant amount of money by not having to buy all new phones as you're migrating to a cloud solution. Because let's just be honest, when you're looking at it, the phones are one of the most expensive things that we have to price out when we're looking at migrating customers to the cloud. A couple questions are coming in here. What is it? Oh, so one question is soft phone. What is what soft phone solution works with this? So RingCentral has their own soft phone client that is available. So if you move to a RingCentral cloud solution, every customer, every user has the ability to use the RingCentral soft phone as well. So you don't necessarily have to provide a phone to users as you migrate to the cloud. And what we see is about 75% of the users that migrate to a cloud-based phone system use the soft phone, because you can use, like I'm using a headset right now, connected to my computer as a soft phone. Great. Users are very used to that now with Zoom meetings and and go to meetings and stuff like that, and any kind of webinar meetings. They're used to using a soft phone in a lot of cases, or a headset. So most customers do use a soft phone when they migrate to the cloud. But Mitel's trying to give customers options of using physical phones as well as they migrate to the cloud. Let's see what other questions are coming in here. Does this impact the hybrid on-prem cloud solution setup? So this will affect the Connect hybrid, yes. So for customers that have they're on a hybrid Connect prem and cloud solution, they haven't set an end date for customers that are already on the Mitel cloud, the hybrid solution, for that. But there will be there's no more cloud development occurring on there. So you can still use the hybrid solution for now. As part of the $650 million acquisition that RingCentral did from Mitel, they did buy the Mitel Cloud Link Gateway. So it's a physical piece of equipment that allows the Prem system to connect to the cloud. So one of the goals of that is that's how they're going to connect some of these like 400 series phones and stuff potentially to the cloud. But the other possibility that they're looking at is being able to connect the Mitel on-prem system to the cloud in a hybrid environment. So they are exploring what that looks like as you can see here, the roadmap that they're really focusing on is making physical phones connect right now. So they haven't announced, if they haven't announced the hybrid solution that's going to be available this year. With the RingCentral Mitel relationship, but they did buy that Mitel Cloud Link Gateway, hardware, piece of equipment as part of it, so they can, potentially use that for making the hybrid solution continue working down the road. So that's kind of a to be determined if they can make that work. They did it for Avaya, so I would assume they're going to do the same thing, for Mitel. With Avaya, they have a gateway that you can put in place between the two, so you can do a hybrid solution. And especially more importantly for like hospitals and stuff like that, or schools that might have a ton of analog devices. That's not analog, and cloud is a lot harder to make function. So using that Cloud Link Gateway to do a hybrid solution between the prem and the cloud makes sense long term for them. My guess is it'll be a late this year, or a 2023 roadmap item once they figure out all the phones and get all the phones provisioned and functioning. Then they'll move on next to working on a hybrid solution. Let's see, other question coming in here. What about the line of the Mytel 5300 series line of phones? So I'm trying to think. I don't think we have any customers using the 5300 line of phone because they were a legacy Mytel phone on those. So the 69, 6800 are the biggest push right now for them to make them work. So the other thing is the 480, and those are a big push from the Mytel side, from the ShoreTel side of things, but they haven't announced anything around the 5300 series line of phones. So I will check in, with our engineers, and I'm probably gonna do another update on this in about 3 or 4 months. I'll do another update on these, and I'll make sure I note the 5300 line to see if that's going to be added to the supported phones, either later this year or for next year. Let's see, other questions coming in here. Did I get that one answered? That one answered. Oh, other question here says, does RingCentral have a cloud-based call center option? So yes, they do. So built into the RingCentral platform, they have what they call, well, maybe they don't call, I call it Contact Center Lite. So they do have a light contact center feature that's built in, that there's no additional cost to utilize the light contact center feature. And then they have 2 other contact center options. So RingCentral actually did an acquisition of a couple of companies. So they're actually offering, they have a contact center offering that that's owned by RingCentral that you can license separately. And then they also have a partnership agreement with NICE CX1 to provide the NICE CX1 contact center offering is part of the RingCentral. They actually host that and everything inside their own data centers, their own version or their own instances of the NICE CX1 contact center. So there's two full contact center options that we can sell as part of the RingCentral cloud offerings. Let's see here. Let's do one more slide here to talk about phone functionality here. So right now, if I were to provision one of those 6900 series phones, here's some of the features you can do. So we can obviously we can register the phone. We can make extensions. Check your voicemail. Caller ID lines, hold, receive, be part of ring groups, call waiting, conferencing transfers, call flip, which means if I'm on a soft phone, I can flip the call over to the physical phone, call block, call return, paging. So that's a sending only feature. Or I can send, I can send a page to other phones and stuff like that. And you can send a phone call from or a page from a soft phone over to the physical phones and do a paging announcement. So that is supported as well. Call recording is supported. So that's what's all supported right now under the manual. They're moving to basic provisioning here in the next, I think it's a minor release coming up. There's I think in two builds, and that's where they're going to be doing assistive provisioning and firmware updates. Those are the big things that they're really adding to that one, is so that you won't have to manually log into every single phone and program them out. And then under the standard provisioning, that's the big key that they're trying to get to, on there, because Zero touch provisioning, they have like Polycom and Yealink where they are already supporting this, where you just plug in one of those Polycom or Yealink phones, and it reaches out to Polycom Yealink and says, "Hey, here's my MAC address. What do you know where I get assigned to?" And then they would say, "Oh, actually, it looks like RingCentral registered your MAC address, and you need to connect to this IP address." And that's the goal right now. I remember I had said you have to do a DHCP configuration to tell it where to connect. The goal is to not get to the point where the Mytel phones reach out to a Mytel server, and then Mytel says, "Oh, this MAC address was registered by RingCentral. Let me, you go provision at this IP address." So that's what they're trying to get to, is zero touch provisioning with these phones, and then getting the corporate directories, send and receive on paging, intercom features, hot desking, all the features that our customers are used to using on a Mytel system, make those work, with the RingCentral solution. So that's the end goal there, is to be able to offer all the same functionality on those Mytel phones, just connected to a RingCentral solution instead of a premise-based Mytel solution. Let's see here. I think that a couple other questions came in when I was talking there. One question is, will the pricing change if you're already on cloud with Mytel? So if you're already on the MyCloud Connect, your pricing will not change. But like I said, they're not doing any more development on that product, so I haven't seen the documentation on that, but they will be setting an end of life on the MyCloud Connect solution for customers to migrate off of that product over to the RingCentral cloud product by Mytel. So, and I haven't seen. The pricing is actually pretty comparable between the MyCloud Connect and the RingCentral product. So for those customers already on, and from a migration standpoint, those are the customers they said that they'll work, they'll really work with those customers, who want to migrate to the RingCentral solution sooner rather than later, to make it as cost effective and as close to the pricing as possible to what they're currently paying. Typically, when we were pricing them out in the past, the pricing between the RingCentral solution and the Mytel solution, it was only a few dollars difference anyway. So I'm pretty sure that that they'll be able to make the pricing match for the customers that are already on MyCloud Connect. Let's see here. Does RingCentral support SIP over SSL or other non-SSL options? So they do support third-party SIP devices that to connect to the RingCentral platform. And I was just looking at my notes when I saw that question come in to see around the SSL. Looking at my notes here on my other screen here. Give me 1 second. Let's see. They do support TLS and SRTP. I know that already. Yeah, I don't see specifically listed SIP over SSL, but they do SRTP, TLS, SIP over TLS for sure on those devices. And then, like I said, you can do third-party devices and everything like that as long as they support TLS 1.2 and SRTP. So I know those two protocols are fully supported on SIP devices, and they have to support those for secure voice and everything to connect to the RingCentral solution. Let's see what other customer or questions are coming in here. So one question coming in: are Mytel customers going to be required to move to RingCentral? No. So if you're a Mytel on-prem customer, Mytel's going to great. You can stay a Mytel on-prem customer. If you're a current Mytel MyCloud Connect customer right now, there will be an announced end of life on that product. And then at that point, obviously, Mytel would love for you to move, from the MyCloud Connect solution over to the RingCentral cloud solution. But as your contract is up with that product, you'll be free to to move to any cloud solution or that you choose. So, but Mitel will be doing a push from a marketing and a pricing standpoint to hopefully move the customers that are on MyCloud Connect over to the RingCentral cloud solution. But you will not be required to move. If you would like to move before your contract's up, that they will be making helping those customers move from the MyCloud Connect over to the RingCentral cloud solution. But if you're not quite ready to do that, you can wait until the end of your MyCloud Connect contract and then and then you can evaluate and pick really any cloud solution that you'd like to move to going forward. Let's see here. What other? I think I answered that one. I already answered that one. If we talked about the call or contact center, there was 2 of those that came in. So yeah, so the big goal with the partnership between RingCentral and Mitel is so that Mitel can focus on on the prem solutions and focus on that, which they've admitted that they've been doing that part of their business a lot longer, and they understand that and they can focus on that. So they're going to focus their development resources on their prem solutions rather than their cloud solutions, and partner and do marketing everything around RingCentral. So I've already seen what it looks like and everything like that for the RingCentral Mitel solution, and it's RingCentral just branded Mitel. So it'll look like a Mitel product, but all the marketing and stuff that you're going to see coming out, it's going to be Mitel Cloud powered by RingCentral. That's it'll be something to that. I don't know I can't remember the exact name of the product what they're naming the product, but it'll just be a cloud solution with Mitel powered by RingCentral offering. And they're just starting to sell that now, so we'll be getting some marketing, everything around that. And then when I do my update on this product again in the next probably 3 months, I'll include some screenshots and everything like that, because I should have a demo environment up and running of that solution. Hopefully, and I have some 400 series and 6900 series phones, so I'll be able to do some testing of the solution with those newer phones once they're fully certified in auto provision to the platform as well. Let's see if I got, what other questions here? Okay, here. Will this affect support for the Mitel Connect Soft Phone for on-prem? No, this will not. This won't affect anything with on-prem. So if you're on Mitel on-prem, this is just really a partnership that you can, if you're looking to migrate to the cloud in the future, you have that option of migrating to a RingCentral Mitel cloud solution. If you're going to stay on-prem for the next few years, great. So you can stay on-prem. So that's not a problem at all. With that. What did I think I got all? Oh, actually, one coming here. Would this work with door security? Yeah. So, and that's the nice thing with RingCentral is they support third-party SIP devices. So we have a number of customers on RingCentral already that we've sold, that we support. Our implementation and project team is fully certified on implementing RingCentral and supporting RingCentral. So we'll be adding the RingCentral by Mitel RingCentral solution to that platform and being able to install that. So they do support third-party SIP, like door security phones and analog ones via an ATA. So there's I would say Algo is probably one of the more popular third-party SIP devices that you can register to RingCentral. So if you need to do door security, like a door phone, where you push a button and it rings and somebody answers the door and then they press a digit to unlock a door, we do have customers using that as one of those solutions with RingCentral. We have a Valcom or Viking solutions that customers have that are SIP based. If they're SIP based, we can register those directly to RingCentral without any third party added device. If it's an analog door security phone, we will need an ATA device that the door security device connects to, and then that ATA then converts it to SIP and connects to RingCentral and registers with RingCentral directly. So yes, we can support like third-party door phones, overhead paging systems that are analog and IP. We can fax machines. All of those can support being connected to the RingCentral Mitel cloud solution. All right, I think I got all of the. Oh no, one more question coming in here. Will this work with the Mytel app on our cell phones? So so it will not work with the current Mytel mobile app. You will be using a RingCentral branded mobile app. So they're working on that right now to figure out if you'll be logging into the RingCentral mobile app on your phone, or if you'll be logging into a rebranded version of that, branded as Mytel. So you will not use the current Mytel mobile app. You'll be using a RingCentral mobile app going forward, which, in my opinion, is an upgrade to customers. My RingCentral mobile app works has a lot more functionality and flexibility, and it doesn't drain battery as much as the Mytel mobile app does. So there will be a new mobile app experience you can use powered by RingCentral. All right, well, I don't see any other questions coming in. So if you have questions, like I said, I'm hoping to have my demo environment here in the next 60 days that I'll be able to do some demoing and everything. I can obviously demo RingCentral. I have a full RingCentral demo environment. So if there are some questions or you want to see how some features work inside of RingCentral, feel free to reach out. Put a call into us, send an email. If you already have an assigned CSM or account executive, you can reach out to them. They'll schedule a time with myself and members of your team to kind of talk through it, do some demos and everything like that, and then if you like what you see, they'll help you, get you some pricing, everything like that, of what it would look like, to migrate to the cloud. So thanks everybody for joining today. I look forward to seeing you on another webinar in the future.